touching upon something that we discussed earlier around kind of getting people together and organizing folks, right? I think one big challenge on the people side that we often see in any transformation program, let alone something as challenging as data governance, is aligning people around a common goal and dealing with resistance, right? So maybe how common do you get resistance in these types of engagement? Unpack maybe the reason behind the resistance and how to deal with it.
Absolutely. I always make the joke, just a bit of context, that when I started my career, I was a data analyst. And as a data analyst, you're super welcome by anybody, right? Like, oh, that person brings insights and recommendations. Let's invite them in to any team meeting and let them present. Once I switched to the data governance side, people didn't answer my emails or my calendar invites anymore. It was just like all the doors get shut and nobody wants to even look at who it is. It was a really interesting learning because I realized that there are so many stereotypes and almost like bias towards data governance because of that word itself already, that you get a resistance from the very beginning, right? So what I noticed is that the main reason for it is twofold, right? Governance itself sounds like I'm the police, right? So governance is coming, they're going to check what we're doing wrong and tell us to stop things, right? That is how the initial conception is. And the second one is once governance tells us what to do, we need to change the way we're working, and we don't like change. So we just want to continue how we're doing it now and try to ignore governance as long as we can, right? So that fear of being policed and the fear of change are really, I think, for me, the two main reasons for resistance. And the way to deal with it is to actually not start with what people are doing wrong and start with that, like, basically, I'm telling you as a police what is right and what is wrong, but rather from an empathetic place. That means I usually start the conversation with, tell me about what you do with data and what your day-to-day problems with data are. Once people have shared that, because everybody loves complaining, I can say, well, data governance can help with that. And this is what our plan could look like to deal with it together, right? And the second step is also to say, we as a data governance team want to work with you and not against you, right? So in the end, we all want it to be successful. And when we do it together, then it's better than when we do it in isolation, right? So really then rally up people together behind the same cause. Again, the moment you have a proof of concept where you can actually showcase the first successful collaboration, then the resistance immediately drops because then actually other people and other teams also see that it can work. But the step to that very first case, that is hard, but it's doable, I would say. You just need a little bit of patience.